Hello, how are you? Whew. The 12/12 portal. Every time I do the members live readings, it seems to be on like a portal day or Lionsgate or 11/11 or 12/12. It's always on some weird day. And it just happens to be the second Thursday of the month. 12/12. It's dusty. Probably from art. Doing art. Making shit dusty. Last Friday night. What was that? Why don't you work? Work. Work, 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 work. There we go. Elaborate. I brought this one up. Elaborate. It didn't want to work. Elaborate. It does have a lot of flash. It just has to be hit in the right way. Whatever. There's some too. Whenever I try to show shit on a camera, it just doesn't work. But if I flip the camera around and face it the other direction, I can get it all to flash in one image. But yeah, I'm here to do the live readings for the members, and anybody else who wants to do a donation or join the membership can do so with the links in the description or through Super Chat. But the members take priority. They are my members. We do this every second Thursday of the month. It's 911. 911. Emergency. All right. So if you have a question, Rick, let me know, because you are a member of the membership. I'm just getting rid of all the dust. And I still got to do the 12/12 ritual. I have oranges that I brought out for the 12/12 ritual. That will help. And I got cinnamon. Cinnamons. Oranges. I also have a couple of readings on WhatsApp that I got to do, but I'm going to be using this for the ritual that's going to be on the Patreon. Going in the 11/11 tier. I still have other rituals that I did that I need to add to my Etsy. I got the things all set up. It sucks because trying to do it from the phone, it doesn't always work right when you save a PDF, because I got to do it as a digital product and upload a PDF into the listings, and sometimes it just doesn't want to cooperate. But I have it all set to do. You don't know what you're going to ask for a question? Let me switch my thingy. Hello, how are you? I'm okay. I'm a little hot. Did this go out? I feel like it hasn't notified too many people. There we go. Okay. So yeah, let me know what your questions are if you have any. Florida water. Ugh. Open to receive, okay. I started another Neurographica thingy. That's some other crap, but that's Neurographica. More intense. I'm gonna pull out this deck that I have here. I've noticed that I used this deck the other day for myself, and then I did it for someone else on WhatsApp, and it was like really like specific, like made sense specifically to like what the person's question was, and it was like it made a lot of sense for myself specifically too. It's the Chakra Wisdom Oracle, so it connects with our different chakras. And we'll see. Perseverance is coming through, and abundance. And the perseverance is connected to the sacral, and the abundance is connected to the solar plexus. So perseverance, sacral, abundance, solar plexus. Let's see what it says. Like, again, it's very much like little cute little messages in here. So the orange is our emotional energy. The orange cards represent emotions and how we relate to them. In the second chakra, you can learn emotional discipline if you choose, and you need to master the skill of steering your emotions as you would a ship on the high seas. This is a very important in manifesting. The orange cards reveal your emotional experience in a particular situation. If you're struggling with your feelings, look back at the red chakra, the root chakra, for the answer. Why? Because you source your emotional experience from a particular foundation or a belief created in the root chakra. This helps you to understand where your emotions are coming from. And then next, observe your feelings rather than act on them, and your angels can speak directly to you through emotions revealed through these cards. So let's go to the perseverance. Deputy beep. And it says, don't quit before the miracle. And I really, like, we had a lot of that, like, in Patreon for December specifically. There's been a lot of, like, things about miracles occurring. Like when we did the overview for the month, and then another reading, it was like miracles keeps popping up. And so it says, Shannon's carrot colored cloak is a gift from a famous stage actress, and she wears it always as a symbol of her own talent. One day, frustrated by the sacrifices she has made in her long pursuit of success, Shannon throws off the cloak and gives up on her acting career. The great goddess tries to convince Shannon to put the cloak back on and stay the course, but she doesn't listen. Just around the corner, had she persevered, was great success. So the inspiration says, when we do our chosen work, we are serving with the highest order. If we stop, we upset the universal balance. What you work towards will materialize. You may not see it, but it lies ahead. And then the personal question you can ask is, can I ignore the feelings that would sidetrack me? Will I let go of fear and persevere? So key ideas are breaking through unseen help at work, feeling taken for granted, and overcoming doubts. And so a little meditation that you can do is imagining yourself walking along a path wrapped in a cloak. You reach a glass wall, and through the glass you can see your goals. Step forward and pass through the wall. Your cloak falls to the ground. Staying with your past, let it go. You do not need it anymore. So stay persevering, because I feel like if you do, you're going to be reaching towards a place of abundance, okay? And so let's see what this one says. And obviously the yellow is our solar plexus, and it's like intellectual energy. The yellow cards of the third chakra, the solar plexus, reveal our planning processes. Do we have a logical or scattered approach? Because they represent thinking and problem solving. Yellow cards reveal our ability to resolve issues. In essence, they show what's on our mind. In yellow, we turn on the lights and we let the spirits know we are home. If we don't let them know we are here, they cannot bring us our desires. Ultimately, the third chakra relates to our instinct and how our life is directed by it. When we can see how our instinct guides our thoughts, we will understand why we do what we do. Okay, so boopity bop. That's so funny too, because the first card in the yellow ones is called miracle, and the last one is abundance. But I noticed the miracle right away. So I feel like you are gonna have some sort of a miracle happening soon. And this says gold coins. I only seek to give you what you ask for. So inside a magical treasure chest, gold coins swap stories. One coin tells how a man foolishly dropped her down a drain and then cried instead of trying to get her out. Later, an enterprising little girl used string and chewing gum to fish her out. The coins remember how this girl saved them along with many others and eventually bought a house. All coins desire to be well spent, they agree that she was indeed a wise person. So the inspiration says, think about your relationship with money. Are you the wise girl or the foolhardy man? Money is naturally attracted towards appreciation and gratitude. And then the personal question is, be wary of using your financial situation as an excuse to avoid doing something. Are your thoughts and actions around money empowering or disempowering you? And the key idea says, abundance through gratitude, releasing regret, being good with money. And then the meditation says, place some money before you, pick it up. Have you thought about how many souls have touched it before it came to you? Feel its energy. The value you derive from money is the exchange of energy. Imagine this money transforming into your desire and be aware of your improved relationship with money. So I feel like if you keep persevering ahead with work and what you've been doing, and being mindful about like how you're feeling towards money and what you're thinking about money, because like I've said this before to people, if you're like, oh, I can't do this and I'm counting all my pennies and I'm like, we cut off the flow of abundance. But if we let it go and we don't stress out about it, we don't worry about it, we're grateful for what we have, we'll attract more. But I do feel like there's some sort of like miracle that's about to occur for you in terms of abundance if you allow it to. So that was for Boopity Bop Monica, which is Tarot with the Stars. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? Thank you. Makes sense. I just joined the new company and was a bit nervous. Yeah, so persevere because miracles are about to occur. And then Rick had been in here before. What can I do to boost my sense of self-worth and get ready for the next stages in my work? All right. What can I do to boost my sense of self-worth and get ready for the next stages in my work? Perseverance came out again. You saw whatever, you know what I mean? So it happens. I don't make it up. It just happens. It's like you guys are on the same fucking frequencies. We're all in the same frequencies. So there was like way too many, I feel like, at that time. Let me do this again. I want to see. I don't want 4 of them. I just want like a couple. All right, so I'm not going to read Perseverance again because you are already here for that, Rick. You don't need to hear it again. But obviously, persevere at this time. You know, take that message that I just said to Monica. And if you didn't hear it fully, listen to it again because I feel like it will help you. We also have Bittersweet and Joy coming through. And it's so crazy because when I was doing hers, this was on the bottom of the deck. You just saw me shuffle and then drop cards, pick them up, shuffle again, and look at what's on the bottom of the deck, insecurity. So I feel like this is the root, okay? Like this is the root of the problem. You have insecurities that you need to persevere through so that you can have the joy that will come about from doing the work that you need to do. Hello. And I feel like there's something that is at the root. So this will probably also be beneficial for Monica to hear too, because like, what are the chances you guys are going to get very similar energies like that? And this happens every time I do lives. People who come in here, pay attention to the messages that come through, even if I'm not speaking to you directly, because a lot of times they do like overlap. So this is about grounding, vital, sexual, passionate, energized, forceful energy. The first chakra relates to the source of your energy and how to how you are building your foundation. Think of the root chakra as a platform. The red cards represent the support you have created or are creating for your future. The root chakra cards show us a new way to bring our dreams to fruition. They denote beginnings and reveal how to create a solid foundation in tangible form. Keeping this in mind, if you are not yet creating what you say you desire, you may need to grow your energetic root deeper and wider into the earth plane. Okay, so if you had an abundance of red cards in the reading, is a strong indication of how you're building your foundation and will offer energetic ideas about what is necessary. Okay, so let's see. You have insecurity. Which one? It says demon red rainbow. The greatest adversary is the one living inside me. And it says Bob is an inventor, yet never finishes anything, always giving up on his projects, convinced that they are useless. One day he finishes something and is elated until a demon appears taunting him. The demon red rainbow is compromised of our greatest fears, and in a dream Bob discovers that he can distinguish between real and imagined fears. The demon red rainbow can no longer stop him from realizing his dreams. So the inspiration says miraculous changes lie ahead. Life always takes a turn for the better when we face our demons. Stay on course, trust that an ally will appear. The gift of adversity is never given without the ability to overcome it. And the personal question you can ask yourself is, do I listen to my fear? And how can I tap into my courage? And it says the key words are being courageous, facing adversity, finding tremendous power within, undervaluing your contribution. And the meditation is from a place of peace, call upon 2 or 3 of your spiritual protectors, and when they appear, express your fears. Allow your protectors to give you strength and assist you in becoming greater than your fears. And how do you feel now? So that's what you need to do, is persevere through the fear. And I know you've been having, like we had like a 2-hour talk the last month when we did the live. And we were talking a lot about that, like self-sabotaging thoughts, and I saw it in action, like, like all the reasons why can't work, won't work, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, if you really wanted to, like, we live in the day and age now where it's like, that shit can work. And I feel like that's your little fucking demon thing running around inside of you being like, no, 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 no. Well, who am I? Who am I to help? I just know all of the shit about it and I'm really good at doing it, but and I'm going to approach it in a different way that's unique, that will really help people. But no, I'm no good at that. So you need to overcome that, dude. And definitely stay the course. Yes. I would like to know about the feelings and intentions of this person. Hi, Jess. If you, this tonight is for the members with the green names. So if you are a member, I do the questions for you like that. If not, I let people send in a little donation through either Super Chat or the description link. But the members take priority. And then there's people from my Patreon, like there's a person that's in the top tier of my Patreon in here tonight, so I'm going to be doing his reading too. But I just don't want you to sit there waiting if you're not a member or doing a donation. So the other card for Rick was Joy here, and that was a yellow one, and that's a solar plexus one. We've already kind of talked a little bit about, like, this is like our intellects, our instincts. The yellow card in the solar plexus energy, but the joy card specifically, where'd it go, is the third one, and it says Dancing Daisy. Let's just jump and see what happens. We don't know much about Dancing Daisy, but we do know that she brings joy wherever she appears. Everyone who sees her becomes happier and more peaceful. Arguments cease as she comes close. People are even healed physically as a result of her presence. No one knows where she came from, but just before the TV crews arrive, she leaves. So the inspiration says Dancing Daisy represents a new joyous phase in life and a significant change, such as a move, a new job, or marriage. This is the moment after the leap. You may not see where you are going, but you will land on your feet. What can I do to invite happiness into my life? Being present is not the same as truly experiencing something. And then the key ideas are a conduit for joy, detached from joy, higher purpose, profoundly impacting lives, improved health, and a birth. And then the key word says joy, playfulness, delight. And then meditation says sit with Dancing Daisy, look at her and allow her joy to fill you. Now imagine a ball of sunshine in your solar plexus. Let it expand, allowing the room to be filled with this radiant energy. Send it out to the universe with love, and things manifest quickly after touching this energy. Okay, so I do feel like you're headed towards a place of joy as long as you persevere on the path and overcome those insecurities that you may have when it comes to everything. The bittersweet card came through too. And basically, it's a window is opened and a door gently closes. We celebrate in the midst of grief. The celebration has been planned, the birthday child. We cannot tell the child that our hearts are not joyous. If merriment rules in our home this day, so does sorrow that a child cannot see. God bless you, departed friend. God bless you, birthday child. So I feel like, okay, there's two things happening at once. It's like someone's being born as someone's passing away. So I feel like you are in a time of transition. It's like one door's closing and another one's opening. So the inspiration says the passing of things is inevitable. Whatever is happening may require release. This card could also represent unexpected news. And then the personal inquiry says parents often make difficult decisions not supported by their children. Can I see the strength in the choices of others? And then hidden blessings, celebration tempered by sadness, protecting someone, ability to honor others, and new horizons. So I feel like there is something happening where it's like, I know you have had grief too. So it could even also just be like a new door is opening as you are processing your grief. And then imagining for the meditation, stepping into a dark hallway. As you enter, the door behind you shuts. You may feel panic. After a few moments, you hear laughter down the hall. You recognize the voices. A door opens. You have reached your destination. You enter the party and the guests toast you. Your friend puts their arm around you. The hallway to the light isn't as an easy place to be. Okay? And that's all that says. It's kind of weird. Like, what? You enter the party and the guests toast you. Your friend puts their arms around you. The hallway to the light isn't an easy place to be. Okay, so I guess it's good when you get through the door, but when you're in the dark, like, in between, it's not the best place to be. But yeah, definitely keep your movement forward. I'll have to practice seeing myself as a ball of sunshine. Sunshine, yes. Awesome sauce. Okay, so let me go back up here. Sudan is one of the Patreon people in the top tier, so he gets one. And other people that are in here too, if it's like, it's $2.99 a month to be a part of the membership here. And I do this every second Thursday of the month. Or we could do Super Chat, PayPal, whatever. The link's in my description box. And it's like $3, $5, whatever. But let me do his. Let's see what he says. I like to receive messages from my spirit guides, which is needed in this phase of my life. All right, so what is needed in this phase of your life? My goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Insecurity again. So the things that I just said to Rick about the insecurity, like that demon, we need to face that because, and I feel like you've been having that too, because I've been doing readings for you, and we're almost at the point where you get another 20-minute reading again. I got to double check the exact day on the thing, but you can send me questions on WhatsApp to do your next 20-minute reading because of the Patreon thing. But I know that you've had this coming up. I've seen you have this, like, because you're coming back with the same types of questions often, and it's like, what's my next step? What's my next step? What's my next step? Like, why aren't I getting that clarity? And I feel like that is the problem, is like expecting to not know and expecting that there's no clarity, expecting that there's an issue, and just feeling like lost, but believing you're lost is creating the loss, and it's like keeping you in this loop of dealing with that thing. Because at your core, it's like your mission is to be you. You're here doing what you're meant to do, and you just got to keep showing up every day and believing that and trusting that and knowing that, and you'll start to see that, and it'll get easier to recognize that. But we also had rejection come through, which was on the bottom of the deck when I was doing Rick's. So again, we're seeing this theme tonight where it's like first person's went into the second person's going into the third person's, and anybody that's in here, you know, if you're in here, there's most likely a reason that you're in here hearing these messages. So the rejection card is, again, I feel like rooted within your root chakra, right? It's like it's coming from that place of insecurity, but with the rejection, it's connected to the crown. Okay, and look at, you're asking for message from spirit. Look at all those fucking people around him. And look at, he's an artist. And what did I tell you the other night when I did readings? I was like, you need to do art. You need to like incorporate art into what you're doing and explore and figure out what it is that you like to do and what you're supposed to like just allow it to evolve. It's like, and again, we live in a fucking world where we think like I'm supposed to just be doing one set thing, like, or I should choose something and stick to it and then make it amazing. But it's like, for you specifically, I feel like there's a lot of different things that you can do and should do and explore and realize that that's part of your purpose and mission, and not to be insecure about that, not to worry about it changing and evolving. Like that's the best way to evolve and grow, or to have a better outcome, is to continuously change. So we have enlightenment, consciousness, purpose, wisdom, spirituality, the seventh chakra, the crown chakra. We reach the place of universal consciousness, which is outside of our physical body. You may notice that these cards represent some aspect of our collective being. The idea here is that we all vibrate through our seventh chakra, and in a powerful way, it keeps us connected to humanity. The cards of the seventh chakra are neutral in color because spirit is essence and is neutral. Here you will receive messages from spirit that are detached from human worry. These cards indicate the higher-minded thinking that happens when we align with spirit. The power of holding space can also be seen in the still energy of each card. Here you will see how conscious choice can bring you spiritual magnetism, and these are cards of mastery. So the rejection card is the ivory tower, they won't use me. And it says the legend, the artist is summoned for jury duty, but they won't use him. He doesn't fit their concept of what a juror should be. He paints pictures that no one understands. He lives alone. They want somebody who will put himself in the other guy's place, but he will never do that. He doesn't get mixed up with anything or anyone. They honor his individuality when they invite him, yet when he appears, they reject it by not using him. So inspiration is you don't have to be on the inside track. Be true to yourself and you will not be unhappy. Rejection is spirit's protection. And then the personal question you can ask yourself is, am I working with or against my environment? And what is the purpose of my present solitude? So other key ideas are others' approval, unsupportive environment, working alone, and arrival of a teacher. And then the keywords are protection, exclusion, and development. And the meditation is imagine divine ivory light filtering down and encircling you. In the distance, the ivory tower beckons. You reach the castle and the drawbridge slowly lowers. You enter the castle grounds and come to the tower. And at the top of the stairs is a door. Inside is the place of no judgment. You have finally found your way home. So you got to release judgment on yourself, and also realize that, like, if you do try something and it doesn't work out, or you do connect with certain, like, try to, like, go and connect with other people, don't let your insecurity keep you from trying, but also don't let it create insecurity within you when you experience people not understanding you or not resonating with what you're doing. You need to keep showing up true and authentic for you and what you like to do, so that you can find the right people and the right place without letting that little demon in there distract you or keep you from it, and without perceiving other people's reactions or what they do and don't do or what they want and don't want from you, to, like, don't allow that to become more of this, to grow that demon inside of you and be like, oh no, I must just be doing it wrong, nobody likes it. It's like, there, you know, it takes a little bit of time to find our tribe and to find the frequencies and the energies. And it's like, even just like when you come to these lives, how these work is proof in the action of what I say, where it's like your energy ripples out and connects with the people that it's meant to, but you got to believe that and trust that, right? So you may feel like there's been an impasse, and this card came through the other night for somebody, and it was exactly dead on for like what they had asked me, like a specific question. It was like, oh my god, yeah, this is exactly what they asked, but the path may be obstructed and you may be rerouted, right? So just like rejection is protection, sometimes our path gets delayed. So Reggie Rust is a guardian angel, and you again ask for messages from your guides. And it says, Clem and Craig are dismayed to discover that Reggie is blocking the path through the mountains. With no way to get around him, wondering why Reggie wanted to stop them, and not daring to try to pass, they took another route. Reggie then moves on, having protected Clem and Craig from a landslide ahead that would have claimed their lives. So that rerouting is not an ending. The path may be blocked in certain places or at an impasse, but the goal is still there. Do not wait for your present situation to change. Just stay focused to find another path. So if you find that like one idea or one way that you were trying to do something doesn't work out, it's not the end of the path. It was the rejection, it was the protection, it was saving your life. You know, like sometimes we get stuck in traffic and we're pissed off, what the hell, bumpity boop, but it may have saved you from a horrible crash. And again, like the person the other night I did this for, they were asking specifically about coming together with somebody. And like the messages basically came about was like, if they were to come together in a relationship with that person at that time, it would have ended in disaster. So we it doesn't mean that they never come together. It just means right now, today, it's not working out because they both had to heal. They both had to grow. And again, rejection was protection in that instance. So they can both grow and evolve and come together in a better time where that they will be able to have a better outcome. But when we look at it in the present moment of like, that person doesn't like me, or this job isn't working out, or this thing that I was trying to do didn't get to come to be, we turn it into these big insecurities and make it into something that it's not. So realize that everything that's working, whether it's working against you or for you, is actually helping you to get to where you're truly meant to be. Everything's happening for a reason. So try to be impartial to the things that are happening around you. And again, that's and I just opened right up to the impartiality, and that's more crown chakra energy. So I quietly listening, allowing you to color your own palette. Bahana is the wise dictator from the town of Beige. She is known for setting disputes fairly. One day, two neighbors are arguing about what color to paint their fence. Bahana gives each of them a can of paint and instructs them to paint their side of the fence, the color that the other neighbor wants. She knows that when they can color their world in the love of their neighbor's eyes, they will understand and accept one another. So take an impartial look at your situation. The action here is to listen and observe. And your personal question is, if I step back from my present situation, what do I see? And can I be neutral? Can I be neutral about what's happening around me? Can I let go of like any insecurities? Can I let go of any rejection feelings? Can I let go of like feeling like I'm blocked or stuck? And when I let those things go and I'm impartial to it, you probably feel the pathway open up. So yeah, be open-minded for the guidance that wants to come in. And as a mist forms, take a few deep breaths in this meditation and allow Bahana Beige beckoning you into the mist. When you are ready, allow her energy and knowledge within. If something happens, then allow it to happen, but you are to follow, not lead. Nothingness is your goal. Open your eyes when you are ready and thank Bahana for reminding you to be with yourself. So again, just allowing nothing to be the goal and just being impartial to what's going on and knowing that you are protected, you are guided. Your spirit peoples are all around you, helping you to get to where you're meant to be. And there is an outcome that will be good. So just be grateful in the moment, because I feel like that's going to propel you there quicker. All right. Yes, very clear. I'm working with I'm not good enough belief. Yeah, I think a lot of us are. I flipped the deck and got the rejection again. A lot of people have that. A lot of people feel like we're not good enough. So self-acceptance is at the root of that. And the more we can accept ourselves and heal, the easier it'll be to bring in soulmates, the easier it'll be to bring in like the place we're meant to work. It'll be easier to feel like aligned with stuff. Those obstacles and things will become like a recognition of, oh, it's just an illusion. Like I wasn't really being stuck or blocked. I was just believing I was stuck or blocked, or believing that there's something wrong with me, or taking it in their wrong perspective. That's like, we got to step back and be impartial to what's happening, not be a victim of the things that are happening, and not immediately assume that something's happening out of, oh no, this is a bad thing. Sometimes bad things happen for good reasons. But yeah, difficult and mysterious transition. Yes, lots of different things. Hello, Sammy. Hello, how are you? So yes, if anybody else is in here that's either a member or one of the Patreon people in the topper tiers, and yeah, whatever, can ask the questions. Renewal is coming in for people too at this time. That's the root chakra energy again. I do feel like renewal's happening for people. Like everybody that's in here. Geranium's leaves shrivel and are stolen by the wind. She is pried from her pot and is deeply saddened when she is thrown away. But when she awakens, she is blooming once again, and now she lives in a large park, a former landfill site, surrounded by lush greenery, and her roots reach deeper than ever before, opening her to the possibilities of her new life. And the inspiration is, what appears to be an end may not be one after all. This may turn into a remarkable opportunity. Trust that whatever is coming is better than what you have known to this point. So like I've been saying, a lot of people are going to have an end and be coming into a time of opportunity and miracles manifesting. And the personal question is, am I positive in the face of change, or am I defeated? Am I ready to step into the new me? And the key ideas are sourcing from a more beneficial place, feeling in the dark, change in circumstances, and unexpected blessings. There's a regeneration and awakening and a good fortune that's manifesting. And a little meditation that you can do is imagine being discarded like Geranium was. Feel her fear and her sadness as she surrenders to the inevitable. And now wake up in a new place and notice how you feel. Let your feeling take you on a journey. Allow yourself to see and hear whatever experience is meant for you, and observe how you handle this change. And again, I do feel like that's a lot of that's going to be happening. Like something may feel like we're being rejected, we're being, oh my God, abandoned. It's like, this is the worst thing. I'm so scared what's going to happen. But it may feel really fucked up for a little while and we get scared. It may be like, oh no. But when we come to the other side, it's going to be like, holy fuck, that's so much better. Thank you. I'm glad that it helped you. I like that deck a lot. I've used it in the past, but I never used the book with it. But the book is like so freaking specific. It's crazy. I did it for myself the other night, then I did it for that other girl, and I was like, this is like literally specifically answering questions. And then tonight again, it was like all interconnected. But I like it because it gives you like a jumping point and little like, ways to understand the story a little bit easier. Hello, happy 12/12. I know you guys are part of my Patreon, so if you have little questions, let me know. I can answer for you. I gotta get my little charger too. 12/12. I still gotta do the 12/12 thing too for the today. Today. I got oranges and stuff over there that I'm gonna do like a little ritual. And then in my memories, I saw them. I've done like, I did 12/12 meditations and things like 5 or 6 times over the last 10 years. And some of them are on YouTube, some of them were in person, some of them are on Facebook, but there's a lot of them. So Johnny is open to receive. See what comes through for you. We have enlightenment coming through. And the enlightenment is connected to the solar plexus. So your power, your confidence, your strength is your intellect. And it says the yellow cards of the third chakra reveal our planning processes. Do we have a logical or scattered approach? Because they represent thinking and problem solving, yellow cards reveal our ability to resolve issues. In essence, they show what's on our mind. In yellow, we turn on the lights and we let spirits know we are home. If we don't let them know we are, they can't help us with our desires. And so this relates to our instinct and how our life is directed by it. When we can see how our instinct guides our thoughts, we will understand why we do what we do. And when it relates to our emotions, instinct is frequently the first thing that gets shut down. Remember what I said. Look to the previous chakra, the second chakra, in this case. If you feel blocked, every decision we have ever made in a flash to move forward or to stop, every decision we have ever made is made in a flash to move forward or to stop. There is a moment, a split second in which we decide. In this chakra, you decide if you will allow magic into your life. And the one that's on the bottom says confusion. So I don't know if you've had any type of confusion at all. We also have perception underneath that. So I feel like you may be, I feel like you're going through a time of like a new perspective. Like your perception is changing. You're discovering a new way of perceiving the world and of thinking about things and deciding about things. And it's like you're reaching a state of enlightenment. So any confusion that you've had, I feel like is being lifted. But we'll see what the specific card for this one says for the enlightenment. Topaz, if I seek peace, I must embrace my fears. Topaz is a renowned spiritual teacher. People travel to hear his wisdom. He is journeying up a mountain to seek private counsel with the great servant when a young boy stops him. And the boy asks, if enlightenment is to be found in my own mind, how do I get there? In the moment before he disappears into the mist, Topaz replies, through your fears. So the inspiration says, at this time, your journey is more important than your destination. Remember, if you face your fear, you will still grow stronger, and relief awaits. The personal question you can ask is, my thoughts always drive my choices. How can I use my thoughts to heal myself? And then the key ideas is path to enlightenment, the reluctant stage, taking time alone to connect, trusting your intuition, needing solitude and time for reflection. The key words are support, courage, confidence. And so a little meditative thing is write down 3 fears that you have, then close your eyes and imagine these fears staying with you always. Then imagine them one by one, walking in faith alongside you. Stride through the garden of fear and allow them to stay behind. What is more painful, keeping your fears or releasing them? The choice is yours. Okay? So I do feel like you're going through a time of changing, enlightenment, and the confusion card is connected to so the seventh chakra, right? It's like our connection to the divine all the way up at the top. And it's like, again, is the first keyword for the seventh chakra is enlightenment. Okay. And it says consciousness, purpose, wisdom, spirituality, unity, expansiveness. In the seventh chakra, the crown chakra, we reach a place of universal consciousness, which is outside of the physical body. You may notice that these cards represent some aspect of a collective being. The idea here is that we all vibrate through our seventh chakra, and in a powerful way, it keeps us connected to our humanity. The cards of the seventh chakra are neutral in color because spirit in essence is neutral. Here, you will receive messages from spirit that are detached from human worry. These cards indicate the higher-minded thinking that happens when we align with spirit. The power of holding space can also be seen in the still energy of each card. Here you will see how conscious choice can bring you spiritual magnetism, and these cards are of mastery. So the confusion says every silver lining has a cloud. The legend, Jana climbs Faith Mountain, again another mountain, in dense fog, wondering whether her decision to leave her boyfriend was the right one. There is another man waiting in the wings. There always is. Silver cloud surrounds her and is cold and scary. Despite her confusion, she keeps climbing. As she reaches the summit, the fog clears, revealing the town far below. With Silver Cloud's help, she has journeyed much farther than she realized. She now knows what to do. She begins a long journey home to reclaim her love. So through her willingness to be in confusion, we find clarity. There is nothing to solve. Meditation and quiet time will bring clarity. And the personal question is, can I see confusion as a good thing? And can I learn to let go of needing an immediate outcome? And then the key ideas is allowing confusion, spiritual support, consequences of actions, and finding love. And then keywords, clarity, support, revelation. And the meditation says, close your eyes and visualize the room that you are in. Focus on one object in the room, and when you are relaxed, sense the presence of the silver cloud. And when the object is no longer visible in your mind's eye, relax even more and deeply breathe. And you are in the place of not knowing. It is completely safe environment. Ask for the highest good, and this shall be revealed. Okay? So I feel like you may just have some stuff that's going to be coming back into like a place of being able to figure it out, but it's like you don't need to figure it out today. You know, it's like the less, like I was saying earlier, it's like if we feel like we're confused, if we feel like we don't know what we're doing, we keep focusing on that and thinking that, we keep seeing that. But if we're like, we don't need to know right now, we kind of just trust that like everything is how it's supposed to be, and we're figuring things out as we move, like, and we're being supported, and it's like just through the process of the journey, things change and evolve and grow, and we reach this state, it like, you know, it's a little bit easier. We don't create as much resistance to figuring out the answers or making the decisions that are made in that split second, you know. So yeah, I feel like basically you're just going through a time of finding more clarity and revelation, but also allowing yourself to relax and not need to push for it so quickly. And I do feel like your perception is also changing. So that's the green, that's the heart. I feel like you may be perceiving more from the heart. A young princess wanders into the untended garden. As she claws through the decaying undergrowth, she finds a brilliant emerald stone. The stone speaks to her and tells the princess to open an old wooden door. She enters a dark corridor and the door slams shut. Afraid, she moves forward until her hand falls upon another door. It opens to reveal the same garden she left behind. Only now it is beautiful, filled with flowers, butterflies, and birds. It is magnificent and familiar. The inspiration says, often our journey brings us full circle, leaving us to wonder why things happen. Emerald Stone teaches us to follow through on whatever is before us. Going back is not an option. So the personal inquiry says, what in my life needs tending, and how good will I allow myself to feel? And then the key ideas are transformation in the heart, change in the perception, and the unknown promise of a richer experience, being connected to beauty, open-heartedness, and appreciation. And so allow yourself to imagine a green emerald stone, and when you see it, place it in your untended garden. Feel waves of emerald light filling you with courage. An emerald stone may have some thoughts to help you. Listen carefully, and when you are ready, see what has changed. So I do think that you're going to also be seeing differently in terms of stuff that you may have been confused about or were uncertain about why things played out a certain way. But I do feel like more of an enlightenment will be coming to you to help you. You are welcome. Thank you. So yeah. Anybody else is in here, let me know if you have a question. If you are a Patreon person or one of my members, or if you want to do one of the little donations. The membership on here is $2.99. I do this the second Thursday every month at 9 p.m. Completion coming through. Instinct. I keep seeing this one showing up. I feel like people, if you're trusting your instinct, you're going to be coming to a time of completion. But that it's like a good completion. I feel for a lot of people, it's like it may feel like, oh no, bad, oh something died, like I'm so scared. But trust your instinct, go with the flow, and know that I do feel a lot of people are going to be surprised with what the outcome is. Boop-a-da-bop. Instinct is wolf of white light. There is a guide inside us. Wolf climbs the treacherous rocks, his eyes always fixed on the high ground. During the time he prepared to be a guardian, his master trained him never to turn back. When we look behind, we sap the energy we are to use in the future. His master said wolf's defense is his instinct, and he senses danger. Hence wolf journeys on and does not look below for his enemies. He climbs the unseen, for only those who seek a spirit guide can see him. So the inspiration says, your instinct is finely tuned, so why doubt it? Your journey is guided. Personal inquiry, how can I master letting go and moving on? Do I trust my inner guidance? And then the key ideas is a solitary journey. Spirit lies on the road ahead, led by spirit, and follow your instinct. And the key words are instinct, guides, and awakening, and imagining a waterfall of light washing down from above. The wolf of white light beckons to you. Go as he guides you. What do you see? Does he talk to you? He may not. Communication takes many forms. Is he friendly, neutral? Do you have any innate knowledge about him? If he allows it, look into his eyes, and previously unseen sights may now be revealed to you. So, yeah, trust your instincts and invite in the spirit guides to help you, or the wolf spirit to help you to figure out some things that you may not have known before, or things that have been eluding you. Haven't been figuring it out. Completion. Final sunset. A life comes to a spectacular close. He was raised by it in an orphanage and never wore new boots until he enlisted in the army in 1942. By the end of the war, he was a decorated veteran and had survived, but many of his brothers had not. Later, he became an actor. He was well loved, but history will remember him as a war hero. When he was finally laid to rest, God has smiled upon him as she received him into the heavens. The inspiration is, this is a reminder to cherish all the beauty in your life, including the endings. Reflect upon your part in history and discover what you value most. Do not fear completion, embrace it. And the personal question, am I present in the moment? How do I respond to the idea of completion? And your key ideas are about honoring your legacy, a natural ending to a great adventure, a new beginning on the horizon, a new adventure, honoring those who give to us. And the key words are achievement, determination, and fulfillment. And the meditation says, allow all your feelings about endings to come to you, whatever they may be. Do you fear them or rejoice them? And then do some kind of journaling to find clarity here. So again, I think for many people, it's the ending of this bullshit. The ending of insecurity, the ending of guilt, the ending of the blockness or the isolation or just dissipating as a victim. You know, it's the ending of and allowing people to find what they're meant to be doing so that they can grow their self-worth and go towards what they're passionate about, trusting their instincts and discovering like the mysticism, the information that's going to help them with their self-acceptance and coming to a place of perfection with abundance. And there may be some like forgiveness that's going to happen, becoming impartial to stuff that like looking at things rather than like, oh, I'm such a victim or that was so bad. Just looking at it is like, that's just what it was. Sometimes it was needed, you know. Sometimes we look at it as like, oh man, what the fuck? Why is Reggie being such a dick? But Reggie's like saving your life, you know. And even when people talk shit about us or like things like that are happening, it just lets us know who's not there for us or who we don't want to be like or where we don't belong, so that we can figure out where we do belong. And again, sometimes it's like we feel like we're dying, or like this thing, the plant died. It was like, oh, I'm dead. Oh, I got no leaves left. But then it ended up in a better place, out of the pot, deeper roots, more flowers, in a beautiful place, and you know, things transform. So have faith and know that you are creating a better experience for yourself. And also try to be in service, because the more that you are in service, the more you will find yourself attracting and creating miracles. Okay? But yeah, I feel like that's what's happening for people at this time. Trust your instinct. Unless it's coming from a place of, Even, I mean, sometimes if your instincts are fear, you can trust it. But over time, you'll start to learn whether it's right or not. You know, you get better at your true instincts. Sometimes our instincts are messed up because we went through trauma. Sometimes our instincts are messed up because, you know, I don't know, people lie. Like, you know, so we sometimes can be too trusting, get the wrong instincts, but we do learn over time through the things that we go through. But if your instincts are speaking to you, allow them to. Just make sure that they're not keeping you in a place of victimhood or keeping you in a place of not goodness, right? We want to get our instincts to be fine-tuned to a place of realizing what is actually good for us and not good for us, what is helping us and not helping us, and all of that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go because I'm gonna do the 1212 portal, and I got all of you guys that were in here for the members. So I'm gonna do the 1212 portal ritual, and I gotta do a reading on WhatsApp. And another person requested one. I don't know if they've actually fully booked it yet, but they did request it. So one person already paid for one, and I got all that stuff over there for the 1212. The ritual for manifesting magic. So yeah, I think I'll go. That way I don't get stuck on here too long, and then it gets wicked late, and then it's like, I can get all the stuff done that I need to get done. I feel like it's for a reason that there's not, because usually when I do this one, there's more people here on this night. Like Songs of Starlight's usually up in here, Jenny's up in here, Monica's usually up in here, Melissa's up in here. You know what I mean? They're not up in here, so I'm gonna go take advantage of the fact that there's not a whole bunch more people for me to do and get this done. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm excited for the ritual. Yay. Thank you. All right. And anybody else out there, like even if you're not in the Patreon, I'm putting out the intention for my community to be supported, but the people who are in the 1111 and up here will be able to like watch the whole thing and see that and participate within it. But yeah, I'm going to go do that. It's 10 o'clock. So tomorrow is the 13th, Divine Feminine Frequency Energy. Bring that in as well. And yeah, I feel weird because I'm usually on here longer, but I'm going to go get this done. So thank you. In Mune, namaste.